I'm here in Ballyea and I'm here with Tony Kelly, and it's about a week out, a little bit more than a week out from the big county final that we're also looking forward to. So, Tony, thanks for coming in here and talking to me, and it's great to be out here in Ballyea again. I know this road well now, Tony, coming out here since 2016, so I didn't have to get any directions and straight up here. So, I suppose, Tony, when you started off on that journey in 2016, a lot of water has passed under the bridge, and you're back in the county final again. You're going for three in a row. It's an amazing achievement.
Yeah, like it's I suppose 2016 I suppose was the first one, and look, we've a lot of buddies I suppose from that time, from 2016, still playing, and there's probably a lot of people that have retired since, or probably went away traveling. A few of them came back, so yeah, look at it's there's a lot of buddies, a lot of familiar faces around management, same management. I suppose Adrian is in as coach. Hago was coach back then, and yeah, look, since then it's kind of been fluid. Kevin Sheehan came in for a few years as well, did a great job, and Robbie and the boys are back in now, and yeah, look, largely the same panels, and I suppose we've lost a few elder lads and gained a few young lads, which is always going to happen, and yeah, look, it's just I suppose we didn't expect to still be competing. I suppose 6 or 7 years on, and thankfully we were in with a shout of competing and winning another one.
Yeah. I was looking up Ballyea today, and I was looking at the 2017 campaign. Then they went into 2017, not the winning Munster, and then beating Thomas's, and that famous game in Cusack Park where you beat the Tipperary champions, and that whole journey was a fantastic journey. Like 4 years down the line, you're still looking for trophies.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's kind of back then it was. I suppose it was doing no one for us. We'd never won one before. It was just kind of a roller coaster, kind of a snowball effect of game after game. And yeah, look, I suppose you pick up a bit of experience, I suppose, from that campaign as well, and you kind of bring it back with you, maybe into club campaigns. And look, I suppose we've been kind of knocking around quarterfinals and semi-finals since. And look, it was great that we picked up a couple of championships on the way. But it's I suppose every year is different, and it doesn't get any easier. And I suppose, look, these are great times that you're able to compete in quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals, and because we know it's not going to be this way forever. I mean, this could be our last year now competing in a final. That's just the way sport goes, and while you're there, you just have to make the most of it.
Yeah, but you're certainly making the most of the team that you have. It's a great team, like, and it's I know a few lads went away and you said all that, like, but you have the team that you started out with basically, and you've won everything that has to be won almost, like, so in that respect, this year we're heading into the championship, like, and you had the Mills and Broadford, and it was kind of you were just tipping along nicely, like just getting the results, and that's all you need to do. You Clacastle as well. Then you played Cracklow, I think, and Cracklow beat you comprehensive. It wasn't really with the dead rubber, really, I think, but just to say, was that a bit of a... Were you surprised at that, or was it just something you just went through it?
No, we weren't surprised with it. Like, we know how good Cracklow are. We played Cracklow. We've been meeting Cracklow, it seems like, nearly every second year in the championship. And yeah, look, we attacked that game. We were already through in the group, but we attacked it as if it was a normal championship game. And look, on the day they comprehensively beat us, and they were just better than us, really, all over the pitch. I don't think we can. We've watched back that game and clips of that game numerous times, and yeah, we were just comprehensively beaten. And so we met again in the semi-final, another tight game, and I suppose from ourselves it was just a much improved performance by ourselves. And I suppose in the second half, especially down to 14, it was kind of maybe know-how, and I suppose we drew on our experience a bit, trying to get us over the line. But yeah, any game in Clare, as I said there in the group, even there was no easy game. There never really is. Even the Broadford game down in Shannon, like they had a spell in the second half where it looked like we were in trouble for large periods of it, and they probably hit a couple of wides, and we got our momentum back again and got over the line there. And the same thing was with Clooney Quinn, a level game at half time, and again we just managed to find a gear maybe in the second half to kick on. And yeah, that's just the nature of club hurling. When your chances present themselves, you have to take them, and momentum is such a huge thing, and it'll play a huge part again in the final.
Yeah. Having got over Clooney Quinn, then you faced back into Cracklow again, and maybe there was a few question marks in the back of your minds. And I mean, Cracklow are a formidable team. You know them yourself. You played with the lads there in the county scene as well. Like so it was going to be a big game. I suppose when Goodry got sent off, unfortunately, he got a second yellow card. Like it was handy enough. Like, but I mean, it seemed in you were going to be under fierce pressure, but she just handled that so easy. Like
Yeah, I suppose like that in the game. I suppose when there's you get down to 14 minutes, I suppose you're kind of trying to steady the ship a small bit, and I suppose when you got sent off, we were probably going well as we have all year, and then got probably gain momentum then coming into half time and cut the lead back to I think it was 3 or 4 points, and probably half time came at it's probably a crucial stage for us because Crackle got on top and had rattled off a few scores in a row, and I suppose half time gave us that 10 or 12 minutes then to regroup and reset, and thankfully in the second half I suppose we got to draw on the likes of Gary and Marty and Killian, these lads to come on and try and finish the game when bodies were getting tired. But yeah, look, it was a huge relief to get over Crackle. It's hard enough, 15 men, but I suppose when Goodry got sent off, I suppose every lad in the team with the panel, I suppose give that extra bit to get over the line.
Yeah, one man that stood out in that game, like, and he's a young fella, Matthew Gavin. I mean, he's been watching the likes of yourself and Paul Flanagan and all the big names. He really stepped up to the plate there. 6 points. It was amazing, Teddy.
Yeah, he was excellent. But I suppose if you're kind of playing, watching, our games for the last couple of years, he's always been chipping in with 3 or 4 points from play. And yeah, look, we've known Massey from underage, coached him at minor level myself, and just an extremely talented lad, always down here hurling. And yeah, look, couldn't meet a nicer fella as well. And if we can draw on a few of them points as well, the next day we'll need them. And that's what it's all about. You're not going to win. You're not going to win a county championship with 1 or 2 lads scoring. You need 5 or 6 lads chipping in with scores every day. But
so the county final anyway coming up now. So you're facing Rogue. You haven't faced Rogue that much, I don't think, in recent history.
No, I think the last time he played them was 2016. I'd say first round in 16.
Was that a draw game?
It was extra time.
Extra time, yeah.
First round, it was the first round or second round.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that was Frank Leggett first.
That was the last time. And before that, you're be talking 2013 or 12 maybe.
Yeah.
Before that, so we actually haven't met that often in senior championship.
So for the likes of me and all the neutrals, that's what makes it a very intriguing match. Like when you have two new teams, and I won't say not new teams, but 2 teams meeting for the first time in the county final.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose we're very familiar with each other, and the fact that I suppose we played lads play football with them, and we play hurling with the most of them. So you're familiar with them from that point of view, and then you're unfamiliar with them when you play against them. But yeah, look, they've been really impressive. Not even this year, the last few years. They've been consistently in a semi-final and been very close to get to the final, and this year have been deservedly got there. And look, we're under no illusions that the task that faces us in terms of their firepower and I suppose their overall play as well. It's not even obviously the star men in Reedy and O'Donnell and the county men, but even the lads, their footballers at the back are extremely good. Gavin Cooney even up front. So in one respect, they're similar to ourselves in their makeup, and look, it should make for a very good game.
Yeah. Gary was involved with football, like he stepped down a bit from the hurling there earlier on the year for all of the year until the last day he came on. At half time was a good time to bring him on. So I'm sure that has given you a great shot in the arm to have a man of his stature back.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. He's one of the best, I suppose, footballers and hurlers in the county. I suppose to have him even there for the quarter final in with us was invaluable in terms of just drawing his knowledge of the game, and the last day to bring him on gave us a huge lift, especially in the second half. Badly needed. We all know how good he is in terms of his physical attributes, but it's just his know-how and his brain as well. It's fantastic, and even though you're training, it's brilliant to have that caliber of a player around the setup as well. So yeah, we're delighted that he's back on board with us, and massive plus for us.
Yeah. You've played in all the big games, all Ireland finals, come what may, Munster finals, everything. You know the scene well and facing into a big county final. Does it get easier as you get older, or does it get? Not that you're getting older.
Yeah,
but as you know, you know what I mean, as you go along.
Yeah, look, I suppose it's one thing. I suppose a lot of lads, I suppose on both teams have played on big occasions, and yeah, look, the county final it's special. It's I suppose it comes around once a year, and I suppose if you're lucky enough to play in one of them, you're blessed. And yeah, look, it's a massive occasion for the club. It's a huge occasion for I suppose for the whole community as well. That it's a community involvement day. They're the ones that get to go to the match and see the likes of the Tullapike Band, see the parade, and yeah, look, everything that goes with it is fantastic. But I suppose at the end of the day, it's kind of what happens in between that 65, 70 minutes that really counts. And yeah, look, you have to enjoy it, but you have to. There's nothing more sad than coming out and having lost a big game like that. So yeah, look, draw from all the experiences of playing them in the past, and because the one thing is that they're all different. The parade might be the same, and the build-up might be the same, but the match itself takes on a lease of its life. So it's what being prepared for it.
Yeah, it was been out here in Ballyea. It's a lovely part of the country, lovely, quiet, rural area. Does that help, like that you're away from all that? Maybe the aero beds will probably meeting a lot of lads around town that if they venture around the town, but you know,
it's not that far from town, only 5 minutes up. Yeah, but there's but I suppose you're on about kind of the buzz and the build-up kind of to come to final week, and yeah, look, I suppose we haven't that many shops. We've only got the shop and the pub really here, and yeah, look, if you're back there, you're going to be opening to people and talking to people. It'll be the topic of both clubs for the next week and a half, and yeah, look, there's no point shying away from it because it's going to be there, and yeah, look, everyone is enthusiastic about it, and Matt's talking about it, but yeah, it's all part and parcel of it.
Yeah. You had a great year in the hurling. I mean, it goes without saying, the Munster final was just absolutely top drawer, just unlucky like in the end of it. But when you finish your inter-county, like when you finished after the Kilkenny game, like you have to start off again, and this is a new thing. Do you like the setup to start now, the system?
The split season.
The split season, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm a fan of it. Like, I probably just if they could maybe even lengthen out maybe the I suppose the inter-county season by a few weeks maybe, even 2 or 3 weeks. I suppose it is that bit condensed in around the middle of it. I suppose especially with the hurling, it is week on week, and it is tough going. But in terms of the split